to day 9 of my 30-day challenge where I aim to build and design a Christmas/winter island in just 30 days. I can't use Nintendo Online or the DLC, but I am allowed to time travel and we have some goals. So Nook's Cranny is getting upgraded and I am kind of sad about it, because I did enjoy seeing the old Nook's Cranny a lot. I'm also surprised because I did not buy all that much, since it only gets upgraded when you buy a certain amount of items, if I remember correctly, or if you spend a certain amount of bells. I have been time traveling the same 5 days up and down, so the items they had on display mostly stayed the same. But looking at the bright side, and the outside of the store will look a lot nicer, plus Christmas decorations of course. So I am not all that mad. After yesterday's episode, I got the idea to add a snow edge that I made to the ice skating rink, like a transition between the snow and the ice. So I did place it down and I liked it. You probably know that already, but you should try to reuse the designs you have as much as you can. It shouldn't look at all that repetitive, but you know what I mean, since design spots are limited. This is also something that I review on my Forever Island a lot. If I have a design that I just use once or twice, I might just delete it to make room for new designs. Unless it is a designated sign or something like that. So next in line we have the Toy Factory, or should we just call it Santa's Workshop. And I wanted to try out the wood flooring, since working on snow might not be all that nice for the elves. Little break to water my vegetables. You can see this as a reminder to take breaks. Just going into the kitchen to prepare a nice cup of tea, hot chocolate, coffee, or whatever you prefer, can give your mind a little reset. And back to work. Because we do want to work on the Toy Factory some more, and the Toy Factory is connected to the landing and takeoff strip of Santa's sleigh, it was time to get the stored holly shrubs out of the way and redistribute them around the island. Look at Poncho, the little gingerbread man. Just adorable. And we just became best friends with Poncho. The game only tells you that a few times until the Nook Mile goal is complete. So right now we are best friends with Cherry, Nibbles and Poncho. I was strongly considering to get more pocket space. I'm not that impacted by the limited space, but it would just be nice to have more space. But when I wanted to get it, I saw that it cost 5k miles. And that isn't even the final upgrade. This upgrade just gives you 10 more spaces. So I decided against it and we got 2 new fence DIYs instead. Speaking of the Toy Factory, it is time to unearth the elves, or gyroids as you may call them. The gnomes would also be nice, but the gyroids move, so that is a big plus. Then I was giving the Able sisters a visit and saw the Santa outfit. Yes, that is a must-have. Sables gave us our first pattern. That is amazing and will come in so handy. So I went to customize the gyroids and started to place them down at the tables. I think if we customize all of them to be green or a matching color, they would make a pretty great group of elves. The plan for the landing strip is to put down some reindeers and Santa's sleigh behind it once we get it. I think we need another reindeer, so let's craft one. After we do that, I want to go to Harv's Island to unlock Cyrus. Why, you may ask? Well, look at this ice cone. Turns out you can customize it yourself, but I know that you can customize it with Cyrus. So we just have to get him. I can't live with these customization limitations anymore. So this is the reindeer order for now. For the reindeer in the front we have the color variation with the red nose, of course, and the other 2 are yellow. I thought about different colors, but I think this works best for now. Before we can unlock Cyrus, we need some more belts, so let's get them quickly. We can also get a new hairstyle from Harriet while we're there. Looks like she's hanging out at the entrance and not by her chair. Maybe this is because I am time traveling the same 5 days over and over again, so she will only have new hairstyles when we travel to after Christmas, I think. That could be the reason. Let's also see what Leaf has. Besides the holly shrubs, I also like to get some other shrubs that don't have any blooms. I think it's a nice way to make it look more natural. This is also something that I really like about winter and snow in the game. The fact that all of the shrubs match each other now. In any other season they have different kinds of green, while during winter they don't. Okay, since I placed down the reindeers now, I kinda need Santa's sleigh, so let's just get it from Jingles. Why not? No one can stop us. Ah, look at Isabel's head, and the window, it's snowing. We can also see the new and improved Nook's Cranny, so let's check that out first. Well, it does look better, and I'm happy for Timmy and Tommy. Ah, that strawberry soda could work as Christmas wine. Let's also get that counter table and table setting. Even if I don't know yet what I would do with the table setting, it's all about getting some items into the catalog so we have more options to choose from. Ah, but look, no more place to sit. Timmy and Tommy don't let me back there anymore. Seems like it was only yesterday when we were talking about accounting, sitting on a nice comfortable pillow. But the outside is very nice. Next we have the obligatory Able Sisters visit, and Mabel has a hat. Sable of course doesn't. Oh, they have so many cute Christmas clothes. I just spent way too many bells on clothes that I will not wear, probably. Well, it's Christmas, so we might as well support a small local business. So, now is the time. We talk to the man, the legend, the reindeer. Jingles. What is Humphrey doing here? Little man, you are a Christmas hater. Stop looking at the Christmas tree. Unless you look at it in a mean way, with anger and hate that is. So we have the gifts, we have the mission, but first I should hang the stockings up in my house so we get Jingles' photo the next day. Now that that's done, let's get to gifting. I like Christmas in Animal Crossing, but the rewards you get from Jingles come way too late. For me, I feel Christmas more in the days before Christmas. The Christmas days themselves are nice too, but I also get a sad feeling because I know that Christmas is kind of over already. So I would want Jingles rewards sooner so I can decorate earlier and enjoy it more. In the beginning, when I didn't time travel at all, this was super hard. Knowing that there was no way to get the gift pile until Christmas. The gift pile is one of the best Christmas DIYs in my opinion. So I'm all the more happy that we can time travel now and can just make the most out of this Christmas island. Ah, look at Humphrey, mocking me. Yeah, sure buddy, like Santa exists. That's the spirit, Humphrey. So after the work is done, we get the gift pile DIY and the sleigh. And it looks really nice placed down. I don't think that it works all that well with my pattern on the ground, but it looks so good with the reindeers. Let's time travel again to get Jingles' photo. Oh, and we have a campsite villager. But first Jingles' photo so I won't forget. Oh, my vegetables came in. That pop of color looks really nice. And the campsite villager is... Eugene. I kinda like Eugene. I think he is an intriguing character for sure. But imagine getting another koala on a Christmas island. I just can't do that. Even Alice is a stretch. Every time I see Eugene, I have to think of that time on Nookazon. So, one day after a trade on Nookazon, the host of the island told me you can stay as long as you like, check out the stores and so on. So I gladly accepted and thanked the host. And while I was checking out Nook's Cranny, a message from the host popped up, saying, Eugene is making salad if you want any. That sentence confused me completely. Who's Eugene? Making salad? Is the host talking to me? Until it dawned on me that Eugene must be a villager, so I looked for his house and I got the DIY. And this is how I got salad. Because of a nice host and Eugene. So now every time I see Eugene I have to think about that story. But sadly we cannot take him. Let's check out Kix and Nook's Cranny. I gifted a Christmas dress to Nibbles and got another magazine. These seem to be popular among the villagers here. Actually, it makes perfect sense. If I was living there, I would totally trade magazines. Or everyone gets a different magazine subscription and we all come together to exchange magazines once we read them. Maybe even mark certain pages like workouts for Poncho or Piers, tea recipes for Alice because of her cold nose, and new snack ideas for Bo. I think he would appreciate that. Let's visit Cyrus and customize a few things. As you can see, most of the items have this sign right here, which means that Cyrus has a special variation or that only Cyrus can customize certain items. like the ice cream cone I showed you earlier. So, some people are speculating that the symbol is supposed to be an alpaca, but I think it is a reference to the shop with the name Retail that Reese and Cyrus had in Animal Crossing New Leaf. So it looks more like the first letter of Retail to me than an alpaca. Since Harriet decided to work again, let's also get a new haircut. Looks like I'm just going to Harriet to be reminded that I don't have eyebrows yet. Back at the island, I thought about moving Nook's Cranny. It was always clear that it would not stay that close to Bladder's tent, but I think I have the perfect location now. I want to put it behind Abel's sisters and off to the side, so you can see the shops together when you stand at the ice skating rink and look up. So, placing that down, we also need an incline to be able to reach Nook's Cranny. And looking at these inclines, I feel like most of them are just a hazard. Could you walk up this incline in winter with snow and ice? I don't think so. So I don't know what overcame me, but I took the most expensive incline. Since it has steps and it is red, I think it just fits best. But with this incline, I did just empty half of my bank account. Oh well. For the rest of the day, I decided to make an ice skating sign to put up besides the ice skating rink, so we could have at least one finished build by the end of the day. I did use the help of a reference picture, and this is the design and original creator of that reference. And while making the design, I did of course watch a Christmas movie. Well, actually I watched 2, or 1.5. I started with a newer one that came out just last year called This Is Christmas. And I didn't like it all that much. After about half the movie I turned it off. It's about a guy that decides to interact with the people he sees on his train rides every day, and it was just cringy. I know most Christmas movies are cringy, but this one just wasn't for me. I generally prefer older Christmas movies that stand against the test of time. So watching a new one is always a gamble. Then I decided to watch one that I had on my to-watch list for years, called Miracle at 34th Street. Not the original one, but the remake from 1994. And it was definitely better than the first movie, but I don't think I would watch it again. It's about a real Santa Claus starting to work at a shop or supermarket, and the other shop competitors do anything to stop that. I think the problem for me was that I didn't like the actor that played Santa Claus. So, sorry that I can only tell you about 2 very average Christmas movies. I plan to watch some of my favorites soon. Hopefully they are still as good as I remember. But tell me about your favorite Christmas movies or movies you watched during this time that are not Christmas related at all. And here we have the finished design. I think it's super cute. I like it a lot. But I didn't have enough space to write ice skating. Does ice skate still sound okay, or should I change it to ice skates? Anyhow, this build is finished so far. This summarizes day 9 of North Pole. If you would like to follow my journey, feel free to subscribe and come back tomorrow for the next day. I appreciate you for being here. Let me know what you think about the design and recommend me some Christmas movies if you want to. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all tomorrow.